Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Questing for Glory, Hope and Healing 2, benefiting NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Thanks to your generous donations, this next run, Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness, by Ustraahazu, has been upgraded to a 100% run, and we have also met the unique game over incentive. So thank you all so much for all of your donations. But we do have more donation incentives coming up for Dragon Quest builders right after this, so please keep on donating. But without further ado, let's throw it over to Ustraahazu and Mr. Miller and David on commentary.
How you doing, everybody? Long time no talk.
David, and I just gotta warn you, silly clowns are on.
Oh no! Oh gosh.
Go.
Hello everyone, it's me Ustra. You didn't hear me before, but I talked. I guarantee you I talked a lot and you missed hilarious puns.
It was a very good talk, too.
It was a good talk too, because you guys were, we heard you guys, right?
It was
Fantastic.
eye-opening.
Oh, yes.
I
You should
learned a
have been
ton.
there. Like, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Fantastic. So, I thank you all once again for all your generous donations and to meet the incentives for 100% and take the Rosaka Cent. Thank you so much for putting that much money to a good cause. Yeah. And I guess you heard Miller's and David's introduction. Yeah, I'm real, thank you.
With the context, it was a lot funnier, I guess.
For this game, we need a thief for 100% thief, and we need to get various skills trained in the game. We start with 270 strength and 230 lockpicking. Again, I want to point out I have no magic. There is no magic happening in this run. If you see magic on screen, please call me out. So, that all said, once again, for you guys for the first time, I'm ready and I'm shaking to showcase Quest for Glory, Shadow of Darkness. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Ustra, you're already running the game. That's magic enough for everyone.
I mean,
What do you think brought you to this valley?
I know what I know what I said. Magic brought me here, but I didn't do the magic, right? I don't want to talk to this torch. So we got summoned into the magical and also very dark land of Moldavia, and we need to escape this cave because we don't have any. We just stranded here basically, magically, and we have to find out what we have to do to get out of here again and do our heroic deeds. Also, I'm standing there awkwardly and doing this.
Was that magic?
I don't know if this was magic because I have no magic, as you already know. There was no magic. No magic happened. I just made a cool pose. The lady was surprised, and I just go past him. Her, sorry. So, you see the first training session, and you guys can talk a little bit about what are we about to achieve in the game.
Do you want to describe 100% there and what that entails, David?
Oh, sure.
Well, sure. So basically, there's a few points where you might hear a da-da-da-da sound in the background. That means you've done a unique task that gives you points. So 100% is going to be get all 500 points because each of those tasks is unique. And the Sierra developers kind of challenge you to try to get all the points. So that's the difference between 100% and any percent. Any percent doesn't care about that little point chime. It just tries to beat the game. But the point list changes with each class, and the thief is going to have to do a few thief-specific things in order to get all the points. So this is where some of this training comes from.
One of the tasks is climbing, and as you already know, I am good at climbing, and I almost killed myself doing that to fulfill one of the various tasks. And I'm off to town, and you please keep talking.
You're going to see Ustra do a number of things. Now, whenever he did not or may not have used a spell despite his lack of magic, that was one of the first glitches. And what that is, well, it's not even really a glitch, it's programming oversight. They included the actual, they left a debug code in the game that whenever he hits Shift and W together, it forces the game to stop what it's doing and cast a fetch spell, which is wonderful for us because it allows us to break time and space. So you saw it was just day. Normally, you'd only be able to sleep like this through night. Instead, Ustra gets to do a bunch of practicing and sleep through and skip the entire first day, saving a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, the first event that happens in game is on day 5, so we do want to pass time to day 5 as soon as possible.
Let's do a little bit of 100% shopping. We need 2 garlic, 1 candy, 1 oil flask, 1 pie pan, and 1 shopping bag, and 9 trails so I don't get hungry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we are blasting off. We need to greet this old man, and now we see all the good stuff that is happening here. What is our goal in this game?
Go ahead, David. I'd rather.
There's a bunch of stuff that's wrong in the valley, a bunch of people missing, a lot of problems to be solved, but most of them were caused by an eldritch abomination called Avuzol, usually referred to as the Dark One, being half summoned into the valley. And so we kind of need to get all the rituals and then finish that summoning spell so that we can also untrap the Archmage Arana, who can then banish Avuzol forever. Oh, and there's a vampire lady named Katrina who is our love interest, but also is instigating the plot.
I love how deep you are into all the lore of this. For me, it's get 5 pieces of paper and a stick.
An ice cream stick?
Yes, pretty much. And don't get called out while you do various not so heroic deeds in the valley. It sounds so heroic when you say it, but in theory, I'm doing not really good things around here.
But you're doing them quickly. That was a really fast keyhole puzzle. It lined up a lot of things really nicely for you, I felt.
Yeah, it was super good, yeah. Oh yeah, also, one of the best things in the game is pizza is an element for, one of the 5 big elements of the world. Pizza, one of them. Because science would be boring without it.
Pizza represents well-roundedness and regaining strength. It's very powerful.
Very powerful, yes. I need 3 flasks. And I'm off to get my first piece of paper. Also, the first incentive that you met is coming up. I mean, the second one. We are about to see the beautiful lady of the lake, and I will take her hand. So I don't need to save. I guess it saves around here anyway, so...
You kept the autosave on?
Yeah, sure. I know this game. I know this game. So here we are. Here we have the beautiful lady of the lake, and I take her hand. Of course I do. And why shouldn't I, right?
She's cold. She wants your hand.
Wade out to the lake, woman, and take her in your arms.
You think this is a bad idea?
But very
I personally know. Please read this in fantastic English. I cannot do this. Going drown, you quickly discover that you really don't know how to breathe water. Let's restore this, and let's not do the same mistake again. Thank you so much for making this unique game over happening once again. I give her flowers instead, so she will not drown me instantly, and she will warn me if I step into the water again, if I dare.
There are a lot of things because of the different classes. There are a lot of differences. There's a joint pool of 100% points that need to be acquired by pretty much every class. However, each individual class also has their own specialty points that they have to collect. The Rusalka there is one of the most popular and one of the most famous ones for no apparent reason, and but is only really fully realized by the Paladin.
So
No other class.
I kind of want to call out what's happening in the swamp here, using your acrobatic skill to jump from hillock to hillock. So Ustra has kind of revolutionized this run in that he actually does that. Using acrobatics to jump from hillock to hillock is one of the slowest ways into the swamp, and it was thought that you had to train it in order to do it, but Ustra has figured out how to do it with the starting acrobatics. Otherwise, in order to get through the swamp, you'd either need 100 points into magic and get the glide skill, or you would need 300 strength. And so by doing this acrobatics method instead, you're saving your initial starting points for somewhere that you do have to train, and that's really good.
Yeah, to sum this up, I guess the Thief 100% is the only class that really needs training. So every other class can dump their 100 points from the beginning into some skills, and it will be enough to go through the whole game. The Thief has 3 unique tasks. One of the tasks is to climb and get a bird statue. The other task is to lockpick and free a prisoner. And the last task is to, we're coming up to the task in a second here, is to blast open and free a tiny little bonsai. And I need strength, climbing, and lockpicking. Also, we have to spell out the spelling bee puzzle for the bad guy.
Yeah, so in regard to the bonsai bush, right now the bonsai bush is making our strength requirement. You can free it if you have 275 strength. You could also free it with 250 strength if you had 275 throwing, which we're not going to be doing. So instead, 275 strength will get it out. If you have magic, the Force Bolt spell will get it out. But
also, I don't
no
want to be an honorless thief on this, so I released the fairies. Just for you guys, I released the will-o-wisps.
Will-o-wisps live.
Wow.
That's never happened before.
That's never happening.
Not
Also,
in any
I
of
want
my
to-
runs.
Randomly, I find this woman in the woods, and she is convinced that she is not a ghost, and I will very gently convince her that she is in fact a ghost, and until she believes me. And after that, she is willing to talk to me, and she remembers her name, and I need her name. Oh, another green bean man. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, so she remembers the name, and we need this name to lure an elderly-looking man into the forest, and yeah, we have to lure him into the forest. Yeah,
Right, but you're an honorable thief.
an honorable thief. Yeah.
Well,
Ustra
in all
has to set up.
fairness, the old man has a really cool hat.
True, it's a very neat hat. If he's like sneaking by me right now, I'm like whispering to myself, "That's a really neat hat. I want that." And I will get it. I guess, maybe, if he's nice enough.
And this is the equivalency of a fetch quest in Quest for Glory 4. A lot of what Ooster's been doing right now has been to set himself up to do future tasks as quickly as possible. The points are all over the place, and it's not always clear what leads to what. The only indication that you have that you're doing something good is what David described earlier, that little da-da-da-da that occasionally shows up to let you know that you've got some points. But
So,
yeah, that hat was really cool.
If you, you saw Dr. Cranium just a second ago, he zapped himself because he thinks he's on to something, and he needs about a day to think about this and to dream about this. And so we wait gently in his hallway to come back in the middle of the night, and he remembers how to come up with something very revolutionary, the rehydration solution. I want you guys at home to find your rehydration solution right now and take a sip from it. Basically, he invented water. Is this right?
I mean, it's a necessary step because he's also trying to invent the perfect cup of tea.
That's true too, yeah.
And if I can also say, what you were doing just there with the clicking for the rest, I was watching. People probably don't realize just how not, like, it seems like it would be the easiest thing in the world, but it's one of the places where we lose so much time. That was really precise clicking. A+, man.
I'm also surprised. So yeah, here we need the climbing that we trained very eagerly in the beginning. This is why we need it. We need to get this bird. It's one of the tasks, the various tasks we need as a thief. Very unique task.
The climbing requirement for the bird is 250.
Also, we need to feed Hector some garlic. He loves garlic, and so he will not nibble on our brains. Yeah, we did that too. Is there something from the donation side that we can get? Any information? Now is a good time.
Yeah, we have a $25 donation from Super Blood Wolf Moon with no comment. Thank you very much for that donation. We also have a $5 donation from Leshy saying, 1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides his hut behind trick sticks? Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
I make a wild guess. It's Dr. Cranium.
Nice.
Magic message. Bushes here. End the rhyme with disappear.
Oh, you can keep going, please, if you have anything else.
We don't have any other donations right now, but we would like to send out thanks to the people involved in our foreign language restreams. We have a German restream at twitch.tv/Germensch and a Japanese stream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. So by all means, if you prefer to enjoy the marathon in those languages, feel free to head on over there. We'd also like to thank our Logan promotional banner artist, Kevin, whom you can find on Twitter at KButz with a Z Corner. So KBUTZKORNER.
Thank you. And thanks everyone again for the donation and your generosity. You supporting a great cause with Nami. And please don't blink during this next part. This is my favorite part in the entire game. It is the Thieves Guild. It is very fast. Again, don't blink. Please, someone explain this, because I cannot talk while doing this.
So that was the Filch safe. The password is Filch. Bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run, I think is the password for this barrel.
Correct.
That was very fast.
It was not too fast. I was about to go fancy and make
a couple
everything into
misclicks, but still, it was fancy what you were doing. I liked it.
So and this is my favorite part of the game. So we talked about like lock picking your nose to train lock picking. In this game, we crack a save, the save explodes in our faces, we have lost a little bit of HP, and now we opening and closing the safe door and learning that way how to open and lock picking a safe. I don't know how this works, but we gently opening and closing this door and learning how to do that.
Yeah, so the stat gain system is pretty similar for Quest for Glory 4, but does have a few smaller differences. When you lockpick a random desk, you get 12 experience per pop, but cracking this safe is 100 lockpicking experience. So every 2 to 3 picks of it will level up your lockpicking, and the level ups will be a random number between 2 and 4. So this is very fast lockpicking experience, and the goal is to get lockpicking somewhere near, I believe it's 275.
Yes. 265, right?
275 is the requirement, but the luck bonus can get you just a little bit below that.
Oh yeah, also we pay the innkeeper. We broke into our own room in the inn and then we decide to pay for it. But I only want to do this, and I have to do, I have to pay the innkeeper to get this unique scene. With the domovoi, it's a house guard, basically. And because we help the house guard in the monastery, he will, let us in his secrets, and he will help us with the task that we need to do in the future.
He solves the fetch quest problem that we have.
Well, he let us take the innkeeper's daughter's doll, but to be fair, it's a really cute doll and I want it.
It is a nice looking doll. In fact, it's so nice that we're going to be able to not only, listen, so far we've wanted a hat, which, by the way, that was a really cool hat.
It's a really cool hat, yeah.
Now we've got a really cool doll. I wonder if we can combine these things in any way.
Another thing we have to do, very silly, is we have to break out of our own room to get points. The thief is required to climb out his own, in room, just to show it off, I guess.
That task, so I'm glad you remembered it.
Oh, I'm prepared. I'm running this game on autopilot right now. That's very good for me. And again, thank you so much for stepping in for commentary. My brain is everywhere right now in all the 100 tasks we have to do because you guys wanted to see me suffer and do 100%, so you guys can enjoy your time.
Yeah, the thief 100% is easily it was the most difficult to figure out. As Ustra was saying earlier, there's the grinding, which no other class really has to do at all. But then to top things off, there's just a bunch of things that you can kind of skip past. There's not too much difference at all between any percent wizard and 100% wizard. Very little difference. Fighter just needs to fight everything. There's not too much difference there. One or two things. But the thief has stuff, it feels like, all over the place where you just need to keep an eye on things. All of it's pretty quick, but the grind, that's where things are tough. So.
Yeah, the grind was pretty tough to figure out.
Is that Roberta Williams I see in chat? Oh.
That's not the real Roberta.
Oh, fake. Oh.
It's a real Roberta. Come on.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, the old man's a ghost now.
Yeah, yes, that's true. So I guess we convinced the lady that she was a ghost, and then the ghost lady convinced the old man to also become a ghost. That's pretty much all I know about this part of the story.
Yeah.
So the Gravedigger's safe.
We on day 5, as David explained earlier, is the only event that is happening. The Gravedigger is missing, and they found someone roaming around the city, and they thought he was a werewolf and he would eat people, but he's not a werewolf. Of course not. He's just a member of a traveling camp. Not a werewolf. No magic involved here. And we free him because we know that he is innocent, of course. And now there is more time for donation because we will see our future for the run. And if there is a black card in the end of this tarot game, or like this future telling, it's very rare a black card appears, so keep an eye on that. This will bless the run greatly. Please go away with donations and informations.
Yeah, we just had a couple new donations in. So we had a $250 donation
Ooh.
from Miles Foxling with no comment, but thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
that
much.
donation. Beyond that, remember we are donating to benefit NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. One of their 3 pillars is awareness. So NAMI participates in nationwide awareness opportunities like Mental Health Month, Suicide Prevention Month, and Mental Illness Awareness Week. NAMI has partnerships with a wide range of companies and organizations, including Fox Sports and Google, which NAMI uses to get their name and mission in front of new audiences.
We got the black card.
We got the black card in the end. Yeah, this run is very blessed. This not have, it's not happening too often. Because I don't play 100% too often. So, yeah, we learned about our future. We learned about, what is causing trouble in this region. What is the threat for me and for, the land of Moldavia. I don't need to talk to you. And now I need to talk to you. What am I doing? I have to learn about the Destiny spell. The game is functioning on like various, triggers and stuff. And one of the triggers is to have information. Oh God, I clicked it away. No, please, commentary, help me, rescue me.
Yeah. So, in order to rescue the innkeeper's daughter from the castle, we have to know about a specific destiny spell that can bring her back to life, and only the fortune teller tells you about it. So that's one reason why we want to pass time until day 5, so that we can rescue Davy, so we can get access to the rover camp, talk to the fortune teller, find out more. Rescuing the innkeeper's daughter is one of the triggers for the end game.
And not only that, with him dealing with the Lishi right now, the Lishi has a series of puzzles, and he can't go too quickly through it. I mean, he has enough information and some items, but this is one of the places where you can get locked out of points if he's not careful. So if he doesn't, if he were to hand in the bush and solve the bush puzzle before going to talk to the Lishi, he'd be locked out of, I believe it's 2 points there.
Yes.
So now what he's doing is waiting till night, because that's where the real fun happens.
Where am I going, please?
Tell about Bush and Goo is really easy to miss.
Oh, yeah. I'd say that's one of the 3 major points that are easiest to miss, in my opinion.
I take that. So we have a nice head now. We need this in a second. Also, we need a little bit of this very living and lively bush over here, and then we go back into the street fights we are about to do with this ghost. It's my favorite fight. Last time we did this, I locked myself. I was out. This time I'm more prepared. Oh my God, this is the fights today. Wow.
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 Samus, are you watching this?
Jeez. It's like he's a speedrunner or something.
Shh, don't tell him. So yeah, this is why you can do this at any point when you get the bonsai. But again, the Lishi will, soft lock, and he will not give you any more information because I guess you didn't play the game with him, and he's like not giving you any more information about the region, and not any more puzzles or like riddles.
It's also possible to accidentally skip the Rusalka question if you get the bush password from Davy. Another thing to be aware of.
Did that lock you out of that? I didn't realize that. Huh.
And now we're making some pie for all the getting hungry people in chat right now. I was pretty hungry when I saw David's character almost keel over in Irana's garden. So we're making some pie. This pie is not for us though, sadly.
You don't want goo pie
Oh.
with elderberries and bone
Laser heated.
cooked with lasers. You know, that's probably not going to cook the inside of the pie.
No, sorry.
Baba Yaga probably prefers it that way.
Now, if we were
So,
doing bingo, that would have been a transformation right there.
have your pie.
And this is the same Baba Yaga from the first game. In fact,
Oh yeah,
you
she
don't-
remembers.
Oh yeah. You don't have to deal with her in Quest for Glory 1. In fact, I never even visited her during my bingo run. But and you could beat the game of Quest for Glory 1 without dealing with her. But because of how convoluted that might make the storyline, the game always assumes that you did.
Well, how are you going to get the breath ritual unless she gives it to you?
She's holding one of the pieces of papers of power,
Yes.
and we will never speak of her nor see her again.
It's a weird quest line, and I love it so much because it's so, it's so funny to me. So we haven't met him yet, but we will meet him soon. There is a jester in town, a gnome jester, and he did a show, a stand-up comedy show in Spielberg. And he was making fun about Baba Yaga because she got like enchanted by the hero and like got cursed to be a frog. And for some reason she sat in the audience of said spiel, and she was mad about that because she couldn't take the joke, and she casted away his humor. That is what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, rule number 1 of a performance, know your audience.
Yeah.
So speaking of an audience,
Ooh.
our audience has donated. Leshy has donated $5, saying donation train to 15K. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sweet Peeps has donated $10. Let's get to 15,000. So we are only $335 away from 15,000. I think we can get there before the end of this run. What do you guys think?
Oh, it should be so easy. Come on, squad.
Yeah.
There's 3,000, almost 4,000 people in chat.
Yeah, and we have also multiple donation incentives for Dragon Quest builders the very next run that still haven't been met. So get your donations in for obtaining the crown ghouls. It's at $90 out of $300. We can get that to $300, but donate now.
Yeah, you made these incentives to work. You get Dragon Quest to work too. I believe in that. Thank you so much for everything you do out there. You are the real heroes. Don't forget, you are never alone.
Speaking of real heroes, Toby's in this next room.
That's true, and I opened this safe door so much, and I still forget how to open doors for a second. It happens.
He won't really be doing much heroics beyond this, though. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, his heroic task is quite heroic, and definitely much more heroic than anything we've done.
That's true. I mean, our plan here is to lure a little girl out into the middle of the dark night. I mean, it's very heroic of us, I guess. And I killed her
So we
best
can
friend.
add kidnapping.
Yeah.
Was it on the bingo board?
Oh, rip Toby. Oh, jeez.
Rip Toby, yeah.
F in chat for Toby.
No, Toby, no.
Yeah, this is worth a hero chime, by the way, of course. So it's finally time to meet the Jester, because he will help us to beat the game. He is the key of defeating the great evil. Also, he has a rubber chicken, and I want that.
That's another easy point to lose.
But is there a rubber pulley on it? Or a pulley on the rubber chicken?
They try to do
Not-
that.
I don't think so. Not this one.
Aw.
I think Guybrush took it.
1, 2. It is late enough. I take this rubber chicken, thank you. So there is a use for this rubber chicken. It's not here because, you know, it's fun. The bush we got to earlier is afraid of this rubber chicken. It's no joke. So we got slapped from the bush while stealing some of its berries. Normally you use the rubber chicken to scare the bush. I didn't know that, by the way, in my casual playthroughs until I picked up speedrunning, and even after a while I did not know this. so it was even new for me.
It's also not faster in pretty much every way, and not the most intuitive solution to anything. You also get no points for it, so.
Yeah. So, it's time to do the last few riddles by our good friend Lishi over here, because we did, in fact, bring the bush back where it belongs. He's happy now, and he wants to share more secrets with us. Secrets that we already know.
Some of the classes in this game are able to go above 500 points, but the game will cap itself at 500 points. So what we've decided as a community to use is all the intended points, or all the places where a character would get intended points in the game. So even though I think we might be able to skip one thing as a thief, we still require the person to get it. But as a paladin, it's like 525. Like, you could skip a lot as a paladin. It would just some of the major points of being a paladin.
Yeah, so to kind of help with some of the speedrunning of the classes that can go way above 500, I do have a custom patch that will get rid of the 500 point cap.
Yes.
Well, not so much get rid of it, so much as lift it high enough that you're not going to see it in a normal playthrough. I don't believe Ustra has that patch, but if he did, then you would actually see the thief getting 502 points.
I don't have the patch because there was like I don't have the new patch. There was a new patch recently, by the way. I also don't have that because I wanted to make sure everything is working just the way I know it. So yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. A community member, Ash Lancer, they came out with a custom patch for Quest for Glory 3 a while ago, and that fixed a lot of bugs, restored a lot of lost content, fixed some issues where you couldn't go on climbing or lockpicking anywhere in the game. It's a big, huge overhaul. It's a lot of fun. And so they've just started releasing patches for Quest for Glory 4 to do the same thing. I think restoring some lines of dialogue by John Rhys Davies. When you look at stuff in the inventory, possibly death messages. I'm not sure what else is in that patch yet, but we should check it out.
Oh yeah, I will surprise this man with my not magic again, and he is very surprised that I can just stand up in this prison, and he will just stare at me while I go.
That's magic.
That's not magic.
Okay.
I know. I don't have. I don't have magic. You saw it in the beginning. Is that magic? Ouch! Stop, please.
That's another developer debug code that was left in the game. Whenever the character's in the sitting position, you can press Shift-P, and it will cast the open spell and break the script and allow us to skip an entire sleeping cutscene there. So.
Yeah, normally Adavis, the bad guy, would talk to us, and then he would put a sleep spell onto us, and the screen goes black, and you wake back up and all that. But we skip all this. It saves like about 13 seconds, give or take.
Yeah, it's a pretty significant one too.
Open spell sounds like magic. Detailed. There is no magic. I cannot do that. I just do fancy hand gestures. And they're surprised by them. That's all I do.
Are you Dr. Cranium?
I try to. Sometimes, yes.
We have some anti-magic people in our community. Don't know what to say about that.
Well, just magic is so overused in any percent and collection runs in general.
Very
It's
true.
kind of refreshing to see it not being used.
To be fair, we have anti-magic people in our community and also pro-punt people. So I guess we have a good, we have a good balance here.
I think the best people of all are the pro Quest for Glory 5 people.
Are they? Is there someone? Did you find any?
Ooh. Savage.
Let me go find a mirror.
Oh, that works.
Quest for Glory 5 is done in a completely different 3D style, so I mean, it's very divisive. Go ahead.
Before I get lost in beautiful conversation with you guys, we reached the point of our destination, the point we wake up in the very beginning of the game. We need to be here again, and we need to, awaken Avuzel from his slumber so we can defeat him once and for all. If I can't find my inventory, there we go. So we are back in the beginning. We have all the 5 letters, and we also have the stick. And with this, and we have the best weapon of them all, we have a joke. The joke from the Jester, it's no magic, will defeat the final boss. He will laugh so hard, uncontrollably, that he is unable to react to what we are about to do with him. And you guys, take it away once again, please.
Well, you realize that means that you can't beat this game without silly clowns.
That's true too, yeah.
As long as it's the fastest way. As long
It is
as
the fastest way.
Yes.
I try to do the very fastest way for this today too. I guess we are a little bit behind in terms of time. So this is a trick that only works for me when we are not on PB pace. It's always the same. In the very last cutscene, we can do various things. We can do a few things to overcome the great evil. One of it is to just throw something at him and hopefully hit him. I can do that and can open my inventory at the same time. This would be very fast. We will see if it happens or no. But we saw the black card earlier. I have faith that it will work. That it will work. Also breathing.
Well, we're not on PB pace, so I think the rocks will work.
Yeah, the rocks will work for sure. Yeah.
Can I chime in real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are rapidly approaching that 15,000 mark. We have a $5 donation from an anonymous donator. Thank you very much. Another $5 donation from an anonymous donator. A $10 donation from Miri Oki with no comment. A $50 donation from SwimFan with no comment. And a $100.45 donation from RyGuy3745 with no comment. Just $165 to go. I think we can make it, Twitch chat. Let's do this.
Go on, Twitch.
Well, this is the last room. Let's do it.
15 seconds. You can pull it off.
Did I just go overestimate because we saw the Rosalka take my hand?
Sure, that's why.
Did we make this longer? And
what's an estimate?
Yeah.
I don't know what an estimate is.
So, here we are again. We talk. We tell the ultimate joke. And he's laughing because, you know, he's a funny man. And I missed. I try a dagger and I hit him, hopefully. Let's get the staff out. Here we go. Goodbye. We have to wait for a specific line of text or I will break the game, and now I can touch time. Sorry that I was like very fast on the time. Thank you.
You made the time though.
I made the time though.
Yes. GG.
Thank you. It was a
Let's
wonderful
see the
time.
score first though.
You did also, and I was like just yapping and, you know, stressing out, but then I had a fantastic time. You guys... yeah, we did the 100% ending, by the way. Score of 500 points.
Hey!
So 100% Quest for Glory, Shadow of Darkness. Once again, I thank you all so much for meeting that incentive.
No, GG, good run.
Very good run. 37:42 is really fast. Really fast.
Yeah, the old record used to be in like the 40s. It was like 40-42, and then Ustra came in and just decided he was sick of the score.
But no, I mean,
rerouted the whole thing.
yeah, I don't know what to say. Quest for Glory is a beautiful series. You saw the Quest for Glory 1 before. You saw Quest for Glory 4 now. If you want to get involved with the speedruns of this, check out speedrun.com. You will find almost everything about it. Of course, you will find the Quest for Glory Discord, and we are a bunch of people that like, you know, speedrunning enthusiasts of the game and just fans. So, thanks again for having me on the show. I had fun today. Thank you, David and Miller, for tuning in with me. And yeah, if you want to find me, I guess you saw it in the overlay, just Ustraahazu. Yeah, thank you for having me. And again, get more awesome incentives going, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you to Ustraahazu for that excellent run. Coming up next, we will have Dragon Quest Builders by the Countess. And remember, until the end of Dragon Quest Builders, all of your donations to NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, will let you get in for 2 glorious prizes: a PS4, PS5 headset, and also a absolutely beautiful metal slime plush. So get your donations in now, and let's push the 15K.